It's time for Inside Hart County Football with Coach Rance Gillespie. Recorded in Studio 604B in the Hart College and Career Academy. Here's your host, Doc Ayers.
Good afternoon and welcome to Inside Hart County Football with Coach Rance Gillespie. I'm Doc Ayers. Coach, where has the year gone?
I don't know. It's flown by. It really has.
Week number 10 tomorrow night, and big ball game down at Morgan. But the one last Friday night allows this one to be what it can be, a 28-7 win over Franklin County. And Coach, you being an offensive coach, playing against Franklin County has to be a test of patience. Yeah. The way they play keep away.
Well, you know, I've been involved in that game now 3 times, and it's really unique when those two teams get together. And certainly in their style of play and the way that they play, it's so different from the way most teams are playing now with the no huddle and the tempos and those things. And then you play against them, and you know they're snapping the ball with 2 seconds left on the 40-second clock, and they're making they run the ball almost every play, and so they're taking away opportunities from your offense, which is a very effective way for them, and it really works, and it really puts a lot of pressure on your offense to perform well when they get their opportunities, and I thought we did that. I thought we played pretty well offensively, with the exception of maybe 2 drives. I thought we played really well offensively, especially in the run game again, and I thought both the backs played well, and we matched some things up front, but I thought our wideouts blocked really, really well, and were very physical in their part of the run game, which is a big part, okay. And the way that they fit some safeties.
If they don't do their job, you don't see a 75-yard run third play from the ball game.
That's right.
All right, let's look at the film, if we will. Get that turned on. And it was first night that really you had to wear a jacket.
Yeah, it was. It ended up being a really nice night.
Kick off to start the ball game.
Good placement, and almost let the ball get out on us there, but ended up getting it contained and get to third down. And this is the type of thing that we've got to wrap up and do a better job with our backside pursuit. When you play a guy like this, that the ball can hit anywhere in that 53 and a third, you got to do a really good job with all areas of the run game. As
you say, Franklin plays this way, and it takes advantage of their strongest point, those 2 running backs.
Yeah, absolutely, and. I thought at times we played really well. I thought we met and matched the power really good, yeah. And things that hurt us were we let the ball out on third down a couple of times, and just the change of direction and yeah. the big cutbacks that he's capable of doing.
Good job. And then get
big play right here, kind of get everything started, and that's what I'm talking about. Get a couple of blocks out there on the perimeter, and Kane and I think the other one was Malachi or Preston and Paul, all blocked well on the perimeter and allow for a big run. Another well placed ball, and do a better job with our coverage here. Don't quite get the pin that we're looking for, but we keep the ball contained.
Let him get outside just to look there and get the ball in the midfield.
Had to do a better job of setting the edge on the defense, and it requires some kids to do some things that they are typically not asked to do, and you have to adjust to the speed of the game and the physicality of the game, and Sometimes that takes just a second.
Good job. Good job forcing it deep. And
I thought our kids played hard, played with good effort, and at times we just needed to do a better job on the perimeter. We got called there for hands to the face, and Monte was trying to rake the ball, and they said they hit him in the face with his hand as he was coming across.
Get outside and get the score, make it 7-7. They kick off and almost break this one.
Yeah, it's a good run, and nobody's touched him till the 40, and so it's blocked well, and do some good things there. Didn't have many negative plays, but we did a couple. Just had and this is one of those drives that I was talking about, and a couple of things that we didn't execute well, and a couple of plays that were just not good calls. And but outside of this, and there's another drive in the second half, I thought offensively we played pretty well.
Good job pinning the punt deep.
In the average game, your offense is going to get, we've been averaging right at around 60 snaps, and I think in this one we had 35. Yeah, it was a significant difference. It's about 2 or 3 series less in this game than what you would have in most games. The backs have good vision and good balance, and they run the ball hard. Good fit there on the buck, and force them to a third down. And great play here out of Caleb, and it's a big play just before the half. And gives us an opportunity to go up 14-7 going in at halftime.
Thought the offense responded here, finally getting back on and getting back into a little bit of a tempo mode.
It's our third possession of the half, and we're going to end up with 14 points. So you can't hardly complain about that.
Good job getting upfield on the screen.
Good job seeing the blitz and replacing the blitz with Preston over the middle, and a good block out of Preston on the touchdown there. And, of course, the line fit it really well too. Renzo's had a little injury that's kind of been nagging him, and he tried to go early and then couldn't, so we had Will step in there and kick that last one there before the half.
Like you say, 14-7, and you've only run 11 offensive plays.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
A little bit. I think it took me about 3 minutes to add it up, and usually it takes 10. 14-7, like I said, you only had 11 plays. What's the mindset going in at the half?
Well, we're going to get the ball back.
Right.
And, I thought it was important for us to go down and score. We felt like if we could get up 2 scores, then we would be in good position to at least control the football game.
All right, well, when we come back, we'll look at the second half of Hart County, Franklin County.
Hart County High School is about academics, sports and training, bulldog chow, reading, teamwork, brilliant minds, preparing for the future. Hart County High School is the school made for us.
The Hart County College and Career Academy provides new and improved learning opportunities to students in our community. With new technology and equipment in every classroom, students have the resources to ensure a better education. We guarantee that the Hart County College and Career Academy will further prepare students for their future and their careers. Hart County College and Career Academy, preparing students for their future.
Welcome back. Coach, as we said, going to break 14-7, you take advantage of the interception, go down and score, and then you get the ball to start the third quarter. Big possession.
Yeah, it really is, and to score right before half, and then have the opportunity to come out and go up 2 scores. We knew that it was going to be a big drive for us offensively.
Let's look at the second half. Franklin kicks off. I believe they kick it. Ball goes out of bounds. We'll get the ball to 35.
Yeah, we started the second half with a couple of runs that were very similar to some things that we had accomplished in the first half. A couple of things that we wanted to do a little bit better. But I thought we were effective with our inside and outside zone, and we really didn't get a whole lot fancier than that, and kind of stayed close to the vest and move the ball down the field and try to get up 2 scores.
Offensive line did a great job.
Yeah, we only threw the ball 10 times throughout the night, but if you think about it, that's about 30% of our offense.
Exactly. When you look at only 31 plays.
Yeah, so really good kick there out of Tucker. Let him come in, and he places a really good ball for us. He gets a lot of height on it, and we get a pin.
And you can't say enough about how hard the Franklin County running backs run.
Yeah, and they get a turnover here. LJ came in and provided a little spark for us. Did some good things. He called for a block in the back. Had the ball out there. Paul is continuing to grow and become a better and better receiver for us, and become more and more polished in the things that we're asking him to do. And as he gets older and we're putting a little bit more on him, he's becoming a big piece of what we're doing offensively.
All right, 21-7, kickoff again. Another great kick down in the corner.
Yeah, and again, they're trying to get it to the field, and I thought we did a better job of keeping the ball contained to the field. We struggled with that at times, and thought we did a better job there.
Pretty well held Franklin County in check for most of the second half.
Yeah, it is, just a couple of times where the ball got out on the edge on us, but as far as the inside run game, the power, those things, I thought we did a really nice job keeping those things contained.
Committee meeting there at the running back.
Good play there out of Malachi. Get good pressure out of Corbin. Throw a little screen, and then we get fit, force them into a passing situation, and end up getting the stop.
And they're not comfortable throwing the football, but
A good physical run there out of JL. Yeah. And this was the other drive. We had a couple of issues with the snap, which we haven't ran into all year, but we did. And it kind of slowed us down a little bit. And go for it on 4th down, and don't get movement, turn the ball over, and so that was the other drive of the night that we didn't play real well on.
on the tunnel.
Good fit there, and
good physical finish.
really well executed. Again, and it's strange because we haven't had problems with it all year long, and then all of a sudden we
Have it several times.
have three or four snap deals going on.
Better job setting the edge.
Thought our linebackers played better and fit the things that they were supposed to and did a good job with that.
Now it's your final 28-7. Coach, tomorrow night, it's a horse of a different color. We've seen a lot of, I'm going to call it Georgia Southern option style looks. Tomorrow night's not.
No, they're a spread offense, and they've got a big kid at quarterback that can place the ball anywhere on the field. He's got a really big arm, and we've seen the kid throw the ball 65 yards in the air. Mm-hmm. So he's got great arm talent, and they've got 3 or 4 wideouts that can really run and can stretch the field on you vertically and do a good job with their RPO game and their quick game. Mm-hmm. So that's one thing that you have to defend. But I think what gets missed in all of that, because that's the flash, is the fact that they're very effective running the football. With their power and their gap schemes, and they play 3 different running backs, and all 3 of them are very talented and can really run, and I think they're very physical, and their line of scrimmage does a good job executing the 4 or 5 run schemes that they have. Defensively, they base out of a 4-2-5. And give you some different things to think about on the back end from a coverage standpoint. They're not going to blitz you every down, which when teams do that, that's a little bit easier to prepare for because it almost puts you into a rhythm. Mm-hmm. I think they do a really good job of mixing it up and playing coverage and bringing enough pressure that you got to stay awake.
How big a challenge is it, having seen multiple weeks of the style of offense, the Georgia Southern look, to almost turn 180 degrees to get ready for somebody like Morgan, who's really the classic spread?
Yeah, it is a challenge, because the defensive calls change and the style of defense that you're going to play completely changes. But with that being said, it's no different than the offense going against, odd stack to an over front to a 4-3 front, to an odd front, what have you. So we've got to be able to adjust, and that's certainly, what we start on Sunday afternoon as a staff. Getting our minds wrapped around the task at hand and preparing so that we can prepare our kids Monday through Thursday.
Game time 7:30 tomorrow night over at Madison. A lot on the line. Need a large crowd wearing orange. You can get your orange coats out. I checked the weather forecast tomorrow. It's supposed to be about 38, 39 about kickoff time, so the coat might feel good. These guys have had a great year, and the season ends tomorrow night for the regular season. A lot on the line, so look forward to seeing a large crowd tomorrow night over at Madison. For Coach Gillespie, this is Doc here saying thank you, good night, and we'll see you next week.